type thing. Let's see. Welcome to LeMans Racing, and the live chat is, as always, Kadal. Say hello, Kadal.
Howdy, howdy.
And Adawan. Say hello, Adawan.
I would be.
Yabba dabba doo.
I would be more talkative than like usual, but as I'm sitting here stuffing my face, food takes priority.
Yes. So you will most likely hear Kadal chomping in the background. What you're seeing on your screen now is LeMans money track that we use to grind. You've seen me in the past take a Ford GT40, detune it to run a Group 4 race, which essentially this is. Any car under or up to 700 pp can be considered a Group 4 race car. Anything up to 800 can be considered a Group 3 race car. This is a Group 4 track. What you're seeing is a 1969 Chevy Corvette C3. I picked it up in the used car lot. I think I paid $35,000 for it, and then spent another $300,000 tuning it up with all of the stuff. You may or may not seen online photos of a purple 1970 Dodge Challenger that I did the same thing to. The reason for this live stream is because I am going to go through and take a 1970 Super B, tune it up, and then we are going to race it on this track. Why? Because I'm completely silly.
Tune in just for that.
Now, with that
I'm
being
going to
said,
stop racing and I'm just going to tune in and watch your live stream just because.
now, with that being said, the man who's going to stop racing, who is actually homesick with a cold, anyway, is in the process. He's the one who actually inspired all of this, because he has done multiple races in multiple different types of cars, to include a baby F1 car to detune.
Yeah.
He found a baby F1 car, I call it a baby F1 car, that actually doesn't require any tuning, and you can dominate on this track as well.
Oh, you're talking about the Red Bull Junior.
Yeah. We had made a comment about, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we could do this with one of the old school muscle cars? So, like an idiot, I'm like, yeah, let's do that.
I did the Boss Mustang, but it's only good in a straight line.
So, what I am doing is I am taking pretty much the granddaddy of muscle cars. Sup, Tune?
Up, dude.
My eldest jumped in. So I'm grabbing the granddaddy of muscle cars, at least in my mind, the granddaddy of muscle cars. And let me clarify some things, because there's a misconception even today. So your Ford Mustang, your Dodge Challenger, and your Chevy Camaro are what are known as pony cars. Okay, believe it or not, those cars were actually going to be marketed for women. They were supposed to be a secretary's hairdresser's car. That didn't work out. And now you have muscle cars, which is your Pontiac GTO, your Chevy Chevelle, your Ford Galaxy, your Dodge Super B, things of that nature. The funny part about it is women were buying the muscle cars and men were buying the pony cars. Fun fact. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab the granddaddy of them all. Okay, so essentially we're going to take it from this and turn it to that. Okay, so first things first, let's get in it. Baseline, it's got 335 horsepower, and it weighs 3,300 pounds. Yeah, we're going to change.
And he's going to tune it up. It's going to go from that to there.
Okay, so
really quickly.
Performance points wise, we're sitting currently at 434. So we're going to come over here to the tuning shop.
Stock.
Okay, 3,300 pounds. That's heavy. That's hefty. So what we're going to do is we're going to start putting it on a diet because nobody wants a fat boy, everybody wants a slim boy. But there's a caveat to that, and I will get to that momentarily.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
So we'll just keep dropping weight, and as you notice, as the weight is coming off, the performance points are going up. Okay, now certain cars you can actually go up to a stage 4 weight reduction. This particular car you cannot. It's not available. So we have dropped as much weight as we can, and we are down to 2,500 pounds. We dropped a half ton, people. Okay, so that 335 horsepower, that is so not going to be enough. So we're going to bore that engine up a little bit. Happy days. Gonna put some cam in it because everybody loves some cam. Let's see, one-way limited slip, two-way limited slip. No, we're not gonna do either one of those. We're gonna put a racing crankshaft in it.
So when Mez is live streaming, he talks more when he's live streaming.
Let's see, fully customizable computer.
Yabba.
I know, right?
1970,
I went upstairs, used the washroom, come back downstairs, and I was at the bottom of my stairs, and my headset was hanging on my racing frame, and I could just hear beep, 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 talking about his car.
Okay, so now this is where we get into the meat
with a needle and a thread.
Let's bulk it up. Let's go ahead and stroke it. Stroke it, baby. We're going to balance the engine.
Well, you gotta stroke it before you choke it.
Because polished stuff just moves faster. Oh, looky here.
And it looks prettier too.
It does. I can see my reflection.
You're in a menu screen other than, well, you're just in the tuning shop?
Yeah, I'm just in the tuning shop.
Take a quick pop over to Legends. Tell me if that BMW McLaren's still there or not.
Alright, let me load this thing up. Are we going
just because I was starting my race.
Alright. Racing exhaust manifold.
And for anybody who's tuned in to Mez's live stream, I am currently driving a Renault VGT. Detuned to fit the race, of course.
Let's see. Yep, and we want... Okay, and because we are going to be doing some racing, we want all the tires.
Yeah, you know, which is where the bulk of your expenses come from when tuning a car.
Actually, it really and truly is. Because, yeah, it's just ridiculous. Okay, so we've got tires.
You mother.
We've redone the engine. We've upgraded the transmission.
Alright, so this is a tactical restart.
Alrighty, so now we've gone from 335 horsepower to 621. Now, there is a caveat to that, because you're not going to be able to put down all 621 horsepower.
With you, there's a caveat to everything.
Pretty much. Okay, so...
and if it's not a caveat, it's caviar.
So we've got a slim down boy that we dropped 1,000 pounds on. But here's the thing. The ladies, they love a muscular stance. So we're going to widen this body up a little bit. So, there's a difference between being athletic and being
from
hefty.
Being Mez to starting to talk like Captain America, a.k.a. another friend of ours.
Alrighty, so...
Captain hand-to-hand combat.
Exactly. So, we've got a nice wide body, a big powerful engine, customizable transmission, and a customizable limited slip for the rear end. Happy days. So, Now, I'm actually not going to change much on this library. As a matter of fact, the only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and put a windshield banner on. And that's it. Okay, so.
Don't tell me it's going to be the one that's going to have tune all up in arms again.
No, it's not going to say baby girl on it. Alrighty, what to do. I do like that green. I really and truly do. And you know what? Those wheels look really good. Okay, so in 1970, which was a fabulous year because that was the year I was born, 14-inch tires were kind of the norm, and they had a really tall sidewall. Sidewall flex is a real thing. So to help with corning, we're going to get rid of that, and we are going to go to... No. Let's go 17s. Because we put a wide body kit on it, and we're going to go wide on the tires. We're going to get those installed. Gotta admit, that's a good looking car. I would drive that in real life. And coincidentally enough, I would do with it just like I'm doing with my Jeep. And the funny part about it is my Jeep would be better on gas mileage, but I'd be bitching about the gas mileage. But I'd still drive the shit out of it. Alrighty, so...
Well, out of all the cars I own, the only one I wouldn't drive in real life happens to be the one I am in at present. This Renault VGT sucks.
We're going to put an air dam in the front because, again, we are going to be racing it. You are going to need a wing for downforce on the back. So...
It's a B. It should have came from one factory.
Well, yeah... I know that the Daytona did. Daytona came with a ridiculous looking wing.
Yeah, the Super B used to have that great big high fucking wing on it.
Okay, let's go to the library. And we're going to create something. And it's like I said, all I'm going to do is I am just going through and...
Put a picture of the Bumblebee on the engine bonnet. There you go, done.
No, but thank you for playing our game anyway.
Oh, okay. Put a picture of a Bumblebee on the engine bonnet with the Superman symbol in its chest.
No. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do two things. I'm doing two things.
First off, he's not going to listen to me. He never does.
Aww. Wait a minute. Hang on. Let me check. I have a late entry. Oh. Kitten, if you're still here, I love you. My daughter-in-law joined in. Let's see. No. Actually, okay, so we're going to go with windshield banner.
Alright. So I am on basically the equivalent of a Group 3 course, as Mez would say, with a Suzuki Swift.
Adawan, I'm going to need you to do me a favor and drive across to PEI and take his man card. So.
Why? I'm not driving the Swift. I'm on a track with a Swift, I said. So, Adawan, I think you need to drive down to Florida and kick Mez in the nuts.
That's violent.
And take my man card.
You know what? For a country that's supposed to be passive, you're awfully violent.
I'm a passive aggressive.
Oh, is that how that works?
That works. Yep. I'm all talk and no action.
Alrighty, so let's see what we got here. That's right. If my purple Challenger's baby girl, my green Super B's gonna be daddy. Who was it that passed it? Daddy passed me. It was daddy. That's not squared up. Hang on, I gotta make some adjustments here.
I am really beginning to think, I've only come to realize that the more I listen to Mez talk, and I've been listening to him talk for
a decade plus.
Yeah, over almost 20 years. And I am only now realizing that he really and truly does sound like Ash from Ash versus the Evil Dead. So you sound like Bruce Campbell.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going with the whole Ash from Pokemon. I was like, what the hell?
No, not Ash Ketchum. Wrong Ash.
It's Daddy.
See? Sound just like him. Doesn't even have to do an impersonation. I'd have to do an impersonation. I just got to get him to start saying, "This is my boomstick."
No, you two have the boomsticks.
The next one of you medieval meatheads that come anywhere near me, boom.
Let's see here. I like it.
So, I don't have a boomstick.
Oh, you got a cheat stick.
Oh, no, I have a cheating controller.
Oh, same thing.
And I'm not allowed by the government to have a boomstick. At least not until my probation's over.
Alright, and even then, and we've had this conversation, I mean, it's, yeah. Okay.
Oh, no, so. I'm legally allowed now. My military faux pas is gone wayward, so we're good there.
It
has been the 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
Which, honestly, hindsight's 20/20. I never thought I'd be talking to you 10 years later.
Oh. I gotta be honest, I was kind of hoping you would be.
You gotta be honest, you're kind of hoping I wouldn't be. Holy fuck, this guy annoys the shit out of me, but I like him.
No, not even close.
Oh, fuck, I gotta try harder.
Hi, kitten. Kitten jumped back
Meow.
in. Well, it was kind of funny because...
Anybody got a ball of yarn?
You know what? I will pay for her plane ticket up to Canada just to watch her scratch you.
You can't even afford to get yourself a wheel. How are you going to pay for a plane ticket up here?
Priorities.
It's like $2,800.
Yeah, but here's the thing, okay? I could go
I know.
down and
I already
buy a
looked into
wheel
plane
and
tickets going down there.
I could go down and buy a wheel and go through the same struggle that you guys are currently going through as it pertains to teaching yourself how to drive again. Or I can get some entertainment value, continue playing on the controller that I've actually gotten pretty good at driving with, and then just have her fly up to PEI, go to the beach, scratch your eyes out, go back to the beach, and then fly back down.
Why would you come all the way up to PEI to go to the beach? You're in Florida.
No. Kitten's in Kentucky.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm the only one that...
If you're going to pay for a plane ticket to come from Kentucky all the way up here, I want some fried chicken.
Actually, Kitten makes some pretty good fried chicken.
I want some Kentucky fried chicken. Legitly.
Well, she is a Kentucky girl, so it would be legitly Kentucky Fried Chicken.
I know, right?
Okay, so here we go. We're going to go over to World Circuit now.
Speaking of Kentucky Fried Chickens, our current, one of the Kentucky Fried Chicken chain restaurants in Montague was closed down recently. That's like a half-hour drive from my house.
Ah, okay.
And they were permanently closed down for human trafficking.
Oh, shit.
So I guess they weren't selling the cluck cluck.
No, they were not.
Nope.
Okay, so, no, wait a minute. That is so not what I wanted. Okay, so...
Leave it to the East Indians.
We're going to go
Not to generalize or sound racist by any means, but...
Yeah, because the last talk I had, you were part Indian. Okay, so we
Nope.
going to drop the
Indigenous,
height of this
not
thing.
Indian. Apparently the East Indian people, Pakis, and all those people seem to take offense when you call a Native American an Indian, because they claim themselves to be Indians. Because, we're from India. Go figure, right?
So we're going to leave those alone for the moment. With that being said, we are going to change the frequency. Okay, so I found this out doing some reading. The one thing about Gran Turismo 7, okay, or GT7, is the fact that it does have a built-in encyclopedia.
It does.
So you can actually go into, and you can even do this online. You don't even have to be on the game. You can just do it from your phone or whatever. You can go through and
look at the game's encyclopedia
and figure out the theories behind it. Okay, so I just adjusted the natural frequency. The natural frequency apparently is the new catchphrase for spring rate. Okay, so I had a 3,600 pound car. I dropped it down to 2,500. So it's lost a half a ton. I took it from 335 horsepower up to 621. The power to weight ratio is actually better than what the Dodge Viper is. Actually, the power to weight ratio is better than any Group 4 race car in this game at the moment. With that being said, this is a 1970 body. Now, there's always been the argument about simulators of this type of, well, you can't get that kind of suspension on that kind of car. Swing and a miss. They have specialty suspension companies in real life that I could call them up and say, I have a Super B that I've dropped weight on, and how would you drop weight on a 1970 car? Well, get rid of the as much of the metal as you can. So you would go with a carbon fiber, fiberglass doors, trunk, hood. I mean, you can go through and actually drop the weight on this. So
very easily.
Yeah. I can't remember. I think it's Sophie.
Mind you, after you drop the weight on it, I wouldn't want to hit anything with said car, but
right, because they become very, very, very fragile. So we've kind of squatted it a little bit. I've tightened up the front roll bar, left the rear roll bar where it was, leaving the dampening ratios where they are, and then let's see. Now come over here to transmission. Now when you put a racing transmission in these cars, by default they become a 5-speed. I can do a manual adjustment and go into each individual gear and change the ratio, or I can just go through and kind of ballpark it, or not ballpark it, but have the computer do it for me, equalizing everything out again across all 5 gears. So that's what I'm going to do, because I haven't gotten to that level yet. Whereas Kadal can go into the manual settings of a transmission. I'm pretty sure Edouard can do the same thing. Go into the manual adjustments of the transmissions and get the fine tune that he is absolutely positively looking for. I am not that smart, so yeah. And then brake balance.
Not smart. It's trial and error and 25 years of doing it.
I want to max
And can I do that on all cars? No.
Front rear balance.
Can I do it on the NSX, the WRX, the Viper? Yes. Yeah. Any of the cars pretty much from the original, say, 4 games.
Torque vectoring. Now, I know I got a limited slip.
Okay. You do. You bought a full comprehensive one.
Alright. Racing.
Completely adjustable.
So, titanium rods and pistons.
Did you win a drive shaft for it yet?
No.
I think I want a drive shaft for my C3 Corvette. Makes a big difference.
Alright, so with the racing hard tires on, now again, keep in mind, for Le Mans, you can only go up to 700 performance points, and I'm sitting at 686. So, let's see.
Yeah, but
okay, let's see where we're at.
Keep in mind that Le Mans, you can go up to 700, but you're going to spend half of your lap or half of your race in the rain, and that's only going to leave you at 635.
Yeah. So, Whereas you can tune it all the way up. Just because something has a performance points of 700 doesn't make it a better car. And that's where it becomes that fine line.
Yes, like I had my... Was it the Red Bull? Yeah, the Red Bull Junior comes factory at
638.
686.
Something like that, yeah.
And I tuned it to exactly 700, but then it became undrivable. So.
And that's the one thing that you'll find. Now, you can go down... Okay, so I've essentially spent a lot of money to tune this car the way that I want it. I could just go through and buy a Group 4 race car for 350,000 credits. All the Group 4 race cars in this game, or in this simulator, are $350,000 credits. And just go through, and yeah, you are reading that correctly. In the #1 position on the LeMans track, starting in pole position, is a Suzuki Swift.
Yes.
It's just, yeah. Alrighty, let's see
what
our adjustments have done. Now, with that being said, these adjustments aren't the same adjustments on any of the other cars. This is one of those trial and error things. Now, I'm going to lean this out on the fuel mixture because it's a big old car.
Just because you're going to lean it out on any car, I think. Except for maybe the little crossbow. Which is really fun to drive on this track, by the way. At exactly 700.
Yeah, and second gear going uphill with me pegging the throttle, it spins the tires.
The question is it spinning you right around?
No, actually, it's kind of spinning me equally at the moment because I was in a straight line.
Try it with the Boss Mustang. That is really a straight line car.
Well, you see, and that's always been the one running joke in the automotive industry up until about the last 10 years, I would say, is the fact of America can build a really fast car to go in a straight line. Oh, baby. Let's see. Oh, look, it's Frenchy. Alrighty, so these guys are going to brake considerably later than what I am because I have to hit the brakes earlier because in 1970 their version of racing brakes and our version of racing brakes today are two totally different racing brakes.
Yeah, if you put modern day racing brakes on a 1970 car, you'd probably be thrown through the windshield.
But with that being said, me and this car are the same age and it getting up and scooting.
Oh, it's not a very wide band of rain on this map, but I've got the purples.
You got the purples. Okay, so that is my fuel map. And then, of course, this car apparently has a computer that has a weather radar. Happy days.
The car doesn't, but you probably have a laptop screwed onto your dash.
Yeah, and let's be honest, this is a big-ass car.
Oh, it's got a big-ass dash.
Mm-hmm.
You could probably fit a 25-inch monitor and laptop on the dash without it touching the windshield. Hell, you could fit two 6-foot guys in the trunk without any problem.
Alright, we're going to come way over here and we're going to pass a whole bunch of people at once. God, I love it when they bunch up like this. It has a tendency to boost my ego because we're just gaining positions left and right. I swear to God we are. Had an NSX trying to get cute. Get out my way, Subaru. Here comes Daddy!
Yeah, and just like his car, watch out, he's old.
Yeah, right? Once I get moving, I can't stop.
That's right, because you got 19 fucking 70 brakes. We just had this conversation.
Yes, I know. That was dirty for me to drive that Genesis into the wall, but see, Yeah. Had he
You only
backed
did
out.
that because I drive one.
So in the first lap, we've gone from 20th position to 7th. Happy pandas.
Good job.
Right. Now, the one thing about doing the weight reduction is the fact of it will go through and it does improve your cornering because you haven't got so much lateral force throwing you about, which was part of the reason why I went with the lower profile tires, to stop some of that sidewall flex. Okay, now there is a chance that you may see me get violent again if this fruitcake I'm coming up on now spins me out. I will go through and, yeah.
Rack 'em.
Yeah.
Because the good thing about this track is you ain't getting colliding penalties.
Yeah.
That's funny because Mez was picking fun at me last week for growling at the AI and calling them mean, nasty names. And then now he's doing it.
I am sure I don't know what you're talking about.
He has no recollection of the events in question. What he's trying to say is he cannot answer that for fear of incriminating himself or others.
I am sure I know.
I am sure as shit this sucks.
They are making fraudulent comments about my character.
This is the purple.
Oh, you got the really bad rain.
Yeah, this is the... I have heavy wet tires on and cannot do over 90 mile an hour.
God, this car makes a pretty sound.
Yeah, pretty much that.
Yep, pretty much. Okay, so we're in the top 5. Alrighty, so...
The track was so wet, I slid past the penalty line. Now I got a 2-second penalty.
For sliding past the penalty line? Oh!
Not even like I had a choice in the matter.
Alright, so I've got to figure out a way of getting more traction out of those back tires.
More traction into your back tires? Jump on your accelerator a little bit quicker. More traction on your front tire, or jump on your brake a little sooner. But then again, it's a 1970.
Right.
So if you jump on that gas a little too quickly, you're going to be see you later in the tulips.
All right. And that's the one thing that you got to keep in mind whenever you're doing this, because I know my eldest has access to this game. We follow each other on it, and he's a tinker like we are. So when you're doing this stuff, please, yeah, there it is, the Suzuki Swift.
Shall we return?
Alrighty.
Okay.
This car is not going to behave the way that Suzuki Swift Group 4 or the Chevy Corvette Group 4 will. Mainly because you're building it. Those are predetermined, pre-tuned cars.
Yeah, you're talking race cars versus road cars, so.
Yeah. General Motors and Polyphony Studios tune that car, so a bunch of computer engineers. I'm not a computer engineer. I work in a lab, in a medical lab. I assist scientists doing scientific medical stuff.
Things.
Yeah.
He's the gopher.
Yeah, and before that I was a blunt instrument.
Yeah, you were a blunt instrument.
Okay, apparently I'm having a stroke.
I don't do that. I'd miss you too much.
But
any guy make a sick man feel better.
Yeah,
without meds.
I'm not a smart man. I'm just a guy with street smarts and common sense.
Well, that's okay, because I was having this exact discussion with my realtor secretary the other day. She's like smoking hot.
Okay.
About street smarts, common sense, and book smarts, and she goes, "Yeah." She said, "There's a lot of smart people out there," and I said, "Yeah, but is it common sense smart? Like, is it you have world smarts, or you have intelligence you've gained from reading books?"
Yeah, good point. Okay, so I received a half-second penalty because I exceeded the track limits. Now, this is kind of an arcade-style game. As a result, it's got different kinds of rules to it. Now, if this was actually online in sport mode doing competitive racing, you would have to stay within the white lines. I mean, like all the white lines. So, I mean, I've cut corners,
Shit. I've completely fucking cut entire halves of the track off. Arcade mode.
Yeah.
But you want to keep in mind that when you get into the habit of cutting corners and shit like that, and you go back into the sport mode, those are hard things to break it.
Yep, which is why I've kind of got mixed emotions. Yeah, I would love to see this thing in the competitive side, online racing, but on the flip side of that, I'm glad it's not. And it would be extremely hard. They would actually have to. The reason why that it's currently raining on the screen is because there's a line in Ford versus Ferrari where Matt Damon looks at Christian Bale and says, "It rained tonight, it's going to rain tomorrow night," because it rains every night. This is supposed to simulate an endurance test or an endurance race, so they give you the rain. Now, it varies. Like right now, I'm on lap 3. I've just had sprinkles, and they haven't been consistent sprinkles. I have had what Cody just went through, or Kadal just went through, where the screen has been purple, and it's been like torrential downpour. Like, it's the bad. Now, with that being said, Kadal is also on a PS5, so his graphics are considerably better than what mine are. Now, with that being said, am I ungrateful for this? Oh, no, absolutely not. And I've made the comment on multiple live streams. I am so appreciative that my daughter-in-law gave me her PS4. And I'm extremely appreciative that girly girl went through and paid for my PS Plus. And I'm just appreciative.
And I'm appreciative that I decided to start running this game with Mez.
Yeah.
Although we never see each other in races, which
we have in the past.
We did at first, but that was back when he was a D racer and I was an E racer.
Oh, lordy. The track is wet. Okay, so just like in real life, when the road gets too wet, you lose traction. Hydroplaning is a real thing. I was about to say, you tap me, vet, and I will put you on a wall.
So, my rain stopped lap 4. Just to go with your reduced traction due to water conditions. My rain stopped on lap 4. It started on lap 3. It was torrential downpour. I am on lap 7, and I still require wet tires. But it's the sun shining for like 3 laps.
Booger. Believe it or not, I'm actually turning. I didn't just drive straight off into the into the sand and the mud. I was turning. Oh, no, 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 no.
It doesn't sound like it's turning good, though. So I made it a point to find way overpowered cars and detune them to this race.
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna
Mez
be crawling.
went the exact opposite way and found all the major underpowered cars. I said, I'm gonna make these enough to do it. Well, this would be a first.
What's that?
7 laps, 2 minutes ahead. That's how bad the rain was.
Yeah. All I got to do is just get to... Okay, so the Lamborghini that just passed me, driven by R. Haywood, which is actually something else I should bring up. Okay, so some of these cars have got faces on them. Those people are actually Gran Turismo champions of past. They are currently driving the cars that they are said champions of, whether it be Nations Cup or Manufacturers Cup.
Yeah, like Portilla always drives the Viper.
Because he is a Dodge factory...
Viper champion.
Yeah, he is a Dodge factory racer. I am currently signed with BMW. Although at the end of this manufacturer season, I will probably go with another manufacturer.
3 more, right?
Something like that. And then we've got semifinals and all of that.
Yeah, I'm not worried about semifinals because I sure as shit ain't making them.
I will probably make semis in manufacturers. I know I'm not going to make it in nations. What's this?
I was going by my point spread. Given my point spread, I probably won't make semis.
Okay, so earlier in this you went through and saw me buy a whole bunch of tires. This is why I bought a whole bunch of tires. So I'm going to go with intermediate widths because the rain is starting to subside, so the track will start drying off. I can get 3 laps out of a tank full. So, but with that being said, I'll probably do 2 laps on the intermediate, come back into the pits depending upon what my position is, and then head back out.
I swear, the front of this iRobot car looks like an iRobot car. The back of it looks like something you'd see a Romulan flying in space.
It's Daddy!
No, it's a car.
Alrighty.
Okay, 11.7 mil. There we go. No more money making for today.
Okay, day 2 online racing with a cheating stick.
With your cheat controller. Let's see how it goes. So you're
I got that
what race are you running?
cheating stick.
I know, right?
Red Bull.
Yeah, okay, Red. Car you running?
Red Bull. My FT.
The Yoda.
I am just purchasing the McLaren F1 GTR BMW 95 to do that exact race. Because I think it's going to be a good car on that track.
Well, NSX is top 100.
Oh, everybody knew that anyway. Yeah, the NSX has fastest acceleration of all the cars.
Alright.
Do I want to get in the car now? Yes, sure do. Do I want to go paint it a different color or make it just look like a regular one? Like a rental. Driver's name, paint, colors, specialty colors. I think I will go with red. Wheels, red.
Alrighty, and I got a 3-second penalty because the Alfa Romeo that was beside me hit the brakes. So I inadvertently passed him during a yellow flag.
Don't you love when they do that?
Yeah, it's annoying as hell. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of hammer down, because again, we're on better tires. So we're going to kind of hammer down and put some distance between us and him. That way I don't lose 7th position, theoretically speaking. And we're back and forth. Here we go. Now, this thing is going to spin out like all get out.
I need my controller.
Come here, Subaru. Oh no, it's BMW. There's the Subaru. Come here, you little bitch. And Dad said a naughty word. Let's get past him. And him. Oh, we're just going to take a shortcut.
Yep. Take the penalties, dude.
Yeah.
Well, where are we gonna start today? Oh, 15. Yay, lucky me. NSX, NSX, NSX. Ooh. There's Colombo. Mostly NSX.
Yeah, this race is a total bust, but on the flip side of that, it's kind of like, you know what? I'm getting tired. These guys are annoying the shit out of me.
Mez and I were discussing yesterday that Kai was praising the NSX all the shit.
He was.
And he is true, it is the go-to car for that track. But the Corvette's a strong car on that track too, as Island showed.
It is. Okay, so here's my theory, logic behind all of that silliness. I am a firm believer that there are a lot of people that just will take what the YouTube experts say and run with it. Now, at the beginning of that stream, Kai went through and made a comment that he can't drive the NSX. He was actually praising the Ford GT race car, the 2018 version, more than what he was the NSX. And at one point during that stream said that he was not going to get into it until somebody beat his time. And then once somebody beat his time, then he jumped into the NSX. I don't fault him for that. I get that. I really and truly do. But with that being said, I believe there are probably better cars out there than what is just...
Well, there are better cars out there for what people drive. Like the Suzuki or the Subaru that I drive, the WRX. That car handles that track really well.
Hey, don't get me wrong, I'm currently in dead last with this car, but it still looks amazing.
Yeah, I've been there.
Oh, it's got some body scrapes on it. It's still going to take some more adjustments, and it's still going to take some more practice with it.
Mez. Under popular search, decals.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Fourth row down, second one in from the left, heading right.
Uh-huh.
It's a Super B sticker.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
All
It's
right.
a B with wheels and wearing a racing helmet.
So
and
it is actually the bona fide
Super B. frequent stops at your mom's house. That's funny. Offended? I want that in a different spot. For the back one for you, Mike. Let's go bumper sticker that says offended. Nobody cares.
Alright.
Hey, there's one for Mez and Adeline.
What's that?
Old dirty bastards.
What's he trying to say, Adeline?
I got no idea.
I'm going to say I'm putting it on the back of my car. Just because. Everybody needs an ODB in the back of their car. Okay, I was racing straights.
Yeah. I beat the hell out of it. But we did tune it, and we did run it. It's not tuned properly. It still needs some more adjustments. But I will go through and...
Probably needs some TLC.
I will go through and get it all sorted out and...
Come back with a happy car that's killing the shit out of everything.
Exactly. Speaking of happy cars that's killing the shit out of everything, actually, you know what, I'll watch a little bit of this replay, because again, I actually think this is a good looking car. I do. And because the Dodge had the Super B, Plymouth had the Roadrunner, Chrysler didn't have one. So...
Turismo 7 Canada Gran Turismo, the real driver simulator, Canada sticker.
Alrighty, so what do we do after that happened? Well, I'll tell you.
Well, we're gonna go and ask Mez a question about livery. How do you customize your windshield banner livery?
Oh, okay, so go into decals.
Okay, give me... I'm saving my... Okay, decals. Windshield banners.
Yep, there you go.
I never actually bothered with it before. Okay.
Ah, okay. Okay, so the Super B we got down to 2,500 pounds with 602 horsepower. I'm going to jump in the 1970 Dodge Challenger RT that is 2,800 pounds but 805 horsepower. Make sure that we've got the right tires on it. Run this.
Is there any font in this game that looks nicer than the original fucking shit one they give you?
No, they only give you that one that I've been able to find. Now, with that being said, I really haven't done any like hardcore looking.
Okay, here we are. Those look better. And we have the full alphabet. Perfect.
Oh, did you find one?
I did.
Did you have to search for it, or did you?
Yeah, I searched for it.
No, I will go to the washer, then I will return.
All right.
The problem is you have to go and type it in every fucking time.
Alrighty.
brain is so damaged from this cold. Can't think right.
Did you send Maz a picture of my little outfit?
No, not yet.
Oh.
I will.
I took, I got out my, zip ties and tied up my, wires and stuff, so they're not flopping around anymore.
Oh, he made everything nice.
I did.
I will do that as soon as I get a USB extender.
Yeah, I'm glad I found mine.
Tracy went and took Alex and Kaylin shopping. She got recording a video of him trying to push the shopping cart with all the stuff in it.
Okay. Vipers, stay behind me. I know, he's looking in his rearview mirror going, who in the hell let Papa on this track?
Another one?
Yeah. Well, I mean...
Save the photo. It was a little slower than anticipated. Add on. What's the other word for writing? You know, cursive. That's it.
Okay, who texted me this week?
Me.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's kind of badass.
It's set up all comfy for him.
So it appears that because I was sitting there watching the splits from the Super B and then I'm watching the splits from the Challenger. It looks like if I could actually do a solid run, this car's capable of doing a 419 lap. If I could lock the rear end up better, it'd probably be closer to 414.
There we go. Let's shut off my controller now. My tea back in my cup holder. Lock myself back into my seat. Bad one. I officially own a McLaren.
No, you own a BMW.
No, I own a BMW engine and a McLaren body, therefore I own a McLaren.
Yeah, but if you go to the collection, I got a funny feeling that car is going to be
in the BMWs, yeah, but it's a McLaren. I mean, we can argue semantics all day, but man, I should prop this thing up there. That would be awesome. Who would think that another half an inch could make that much of a difference in comfort? Okay. And you know I haven't done any of the Group 4 races?
There are no Group 4 races this week.
Oh, well, any of the Group 1 races?
Neither have I. But then again, I'm really not good with Group 2 and Group 3 or Group 3 and Group 2 and Group 1 cars.
Well, it's not that I'm not good with them. I'm okay with Group 2, and I'm fairly certain I could be okay with the Group 1s as long as it's not fucking downpour rain. But it's Fuji International Speedway for the third fucking week in a row, and I hate that track. I really, truly do. I've come to de-appreciate that track.
Yeah, they gotta get that track out of there.
3 weeks in a row, it's a bit ridiculous.
Well, I mean, you have Lake Majori, God, what was it? A couple of months ago. We were on that all month long. In one way or another. And there are just certain tracks that they go through and they run every damn variation. And here comes the rain on lap 4. So, in the Challenger, back to my stream. Sorry for the long, quiet pause, guys. I was actually concentrating because, I did want to do like a full payout race. And I was probably concentrating a little bit harder than what I needed to, but I still did it.
What? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was concentrating.
Yeah, it's one of those that whenever I'm in the 4GT, I seem to get rain all the time at lap 2. When I'm in the Challenger, I get rain at the beginning of lap 4. And you end up with this pre-rain mist on lap 3 that does kind of slick it up a little bit, which is rather annoying if I'm honest. The Super B, that was just really bad strategy on my part. I mean, I could have done a lot better in that race than what I did. Part of it had to do with the fact of, for whatever reason, I decided. And okay, so some of the AI drivers are just dirty drivers. If you get too close to them, they will bump you. They will try to spin you out.
Often.
Polyphony is taking great pride in the fact of their AI because they are making it smarter, and they are making it more aggressive. Forza, case in point, once you pass a driver in their money-making mode, it just gave up. So you could lap cars and all of that. Gran Turismo doesn't do that. They didn't do it in Sport, and they don't do it in 7.
Actually, they do. But you need to be a certain time interval ahead of them. Once you get like 4 seconds ahead, they give up. And that's why you can end up the race 30, 40, 50 seconds, 60 seconds ahead. To which you may not have been aware of, but yeah, it's in the game.
Well, no, because it's like my money track is LeMans. There's always rain. There have been 2 times I've ran this track, and all the time that I've used it, and again, I used this track to get in excess. I've easily earned in excess of 30 million on this track.
Is somebody sharpening a pencil or blowing their nose?
I have no idea. But there's always weather on this track.
I don't know what it was either.
I didn't hear it, so...
Then it was on your end.
Okay, interesting.
Whoa, so, a little too much XL there. This car is fun.
And I will do a track guide for this. I'm sure there are other people that have done track guides. I don't know if they've done it with like modified cars or anything of that nature. But I will do a track guide. Downside to it is neither one of the cars that I'm using for the track guide are like proper Group 4 race cars. One's a detuned Group 3. I'm going to do a track guide. It'll be the same live stream. I'll do a track guide for the GT40, and then I will do a track guide for this Dodge Challenger. And then in which case, if you so choose, you can go through, and again, they're not going to be perfect, like professionally made track guides.
Yeah,
but
I was just saying, because my driving sucks.
But you'll be able to use it as a baseline, and then you'll be able to fine-tune, depending upon your own personal driving style, about where you're going to go with it.
I bet you that cost me 3 seconds.
Because, like, case in point, coming up on the left, just past the 200 board, you'll see 2 Marshalls. Yeah, right there. That's where I brake. Downside to it is I should have broke because I forgot I was on the intermediate tire. I should have broke at the 200 board because those two are about 25 meters And it is meters because it's LeMans in France and they're on the metric system. Heathens. Anyway, I should have broke at the 200 board. And then on this one, I break before the 150. So the 200 board sticks out like a sore thumb.
And there's that noise again.
That's not on my end.
Did you hear it this time?
No, but as soon as you said there's that noise again, I went, okay, let's take a second to listen, and there is no noise. The only noise in my house is me.
There is a noise, because I just heard it twice, and when you said I said that, there was another noise. It'll probably show up. It's too bad I wasn't live streaming, because it would have showed up on my stream in the audio.
Well, at some point, because of, like, I do kind of QC myself, I will re-listen to this live stream at some point tonight after you go to bed and I quit watching your live stream at work. Then...
Yeah, we are that type of community, I guess.
Yeah. So, but I am actually coming up on the end of lap 5. I am going to dip into the pits and change my tires. Because the intermediates are about, oh, well, the rears are already half gone. And the...
I got 4 laps on intermediates.
Well, but we've already had this conversation. You guys are a lot easier on tires than I am. Because I'm a hot in, hot out driver. Whereas you, by your own admission, go in slow and come out hot.
I am brainwashed, slow in, fast out. But she likes it that way.
Leaving that one alone.
That was the whole point. Somebody was supposed to jump the fuck all over it.
Alrighty. Oh.
$11 million. I think this car's got more acceleration than the NSX.
It does. Can't remember what track I tried that car out on. Actually, I've tried it out on a couple. I tried it out on Cataluna. Tried it out on Red Bull. Not Red Bull, but Dragon Trail. Alright, let's go with the mediums. The mediums.
The mesms?
The mesms.
There's absolutely no mesprint on this car.
Well, I'm currently driving my purple people eater, so...
I'm currently trying to beat my time where I was running assists and now I have none. In a car that I don't know.
Well, the nice part about it is I've got sunshine. Track is predominantly dry, so I can go through and I'm on medium tires, so I can actually kind of push this thing a little bit to see what kind of lap I can get out of it.
Whoa, mother trucker. They need to mark that corner better. I literally drove off into the sunset.
Alrighty.
Ah, what are you doing, fucking car?
Okay, because I'm on medium tires and because it's dry now, I can use the Marshall to the brakes on. So marshals, brake, come in. Okay, so probably should brake a little bit before the marshals. We'll try that next lap because I'll have enough time to do another lap. And I misspoke earlier. It's not the 200 board that sticks out. It's the 300 board. So the 200 board is kind of tucked back. You'll see it on the right. So there's that board sticking out. And then if you look down at the rail, that one is the 200 board. That stopped. I could probably hit the brakes a little bit past that board. We'll try that next lap. And then we'll get back on the racing line. Apparently there's still some moisture on the outer portions of the lap on the track.
Like I said, my track was so wet when I run it in the last one that even after the sun had been shining for 3 laps, there was still mud puddles everywhere.
So on that one, it's actually, you know what, I think I could probably hit the brakes just as I hit that little curved straightaway. We'll try that next lap. If you haven't picked up yet, there's a lot of next laps. So
yes.
But
because
when
you just finished tuning that car? No, you're on a different car.
Yeah, I'm on the Challenger, the one that I've been tinkering with the past couple of days.
Yeah, so you're still learning the car though.
Yeah, the GT40, when I do that, that'll probably be the first car I jump into when I do that. And I will do that live stream Thursday. So my work schedule has changed. I now work Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So whereas this used to be my Friday, now it's my Thursday. So I will be working tomorrow night. 100 board, take it down into 3rd gear, turn in, get rid of a damn fly. I have a Cadal and Adawan fly down here in Florida.
Mrs. Fly?
No, it's not Mrs. Fly. Mrs. Fly is no, it's not Mrs. Fly because Mrs. Fly is in Canada apparently.
Well,
bouncing
Mrs.
back
Fly
and forth between Alberta.
Oh shit, no, you just
Prince
breed
Edward
them
Island.
down there and ship them up here to bother us. That's one of your escapees. I'm glad he's bothering you and leaving me the fuck alone for a change.
Well, sounds good in theory. Okay, so the outlap is complete. Okay, we'll see what kind of lap we can put on. Right now I've got the fastest lap at 4:28, and that was on hard tires. So let's see what we can do on mediums. Lots of bobbing, lots of weaving. That is so not the line that you take through that. Kind of just caressing the throttle through here because again it's not a proper setup race car, it's a muscle car that I've kind
Finicky?
of tuned up to run this track. Long straight stretch. So as a result you're kind of babying the throttle through several parts of this. Alrighty. Split the difference between the 200 board and the Marshalls, and that worked out beautifully. Okay, so on the time splits, you'll see 3 different colors. Actually, yeah, 3 different colors. You will see red, which is your slower than your last split. you will see green or blue, which is you're faster than your last split, and then you will see purple, and that is you're on course for the fastest time for everybody throughout that section, lap, whatever. So like that was 3 seconds faster than anybody else has ever done it. If you're going for a fastest lap and you don't already have the fastest lap, then you will go through and that was a little too late. If you see purple, then you're setting the fastest lap. Like right now I'm 4 seconds faster than my previous time of 4:28. So right now I'm running a 4:24 for a lap. LeMans is a big track. Okay, it's kind of like the Deutschland Nürburgring. It's a big mamma jamma. So here we go. I will read the comment here in a moment because this race is almost over.
God, I'm sure I could cut a bunch of time off my lap if I could get that. Corner down.
You could probably stop a little bit past that board, or at the brakes a little bit past that board. Alright, so this car just pulled a 422 and change. Okay, so what was the comment? What the hell happened here? Well, the Super B, I ended up in 17th place, I think it was. So I was like, eh. So I jumped back in the Purple People Eater. 825,000 credits. So now I'm at 6.3. And I've done 224 miles today. Unfortunately, because of work, that will be my last race. So we'll just watch the spectator view for a little bit.
Shiitake mushrooms. I just cut 500ths and change off my time and had a wheel slip.
Ah. I mean, I drive this car better. I still think the Super B looks better. But then again, I've also been a huge fan of the Roadrunner. So
you just haven't driven it enough and tuned it enough yet, and tweaked it to your...
To my liking. No, at some point I do want to get the Super B to the point where that is my money track car. Because don't get me wrong, I mean, I do really well with the GT40 on this track. But it is a Group 3 race car. This is a Group 4 track, or a Group 4 race. So, I mean, I either want to tune something up. Well, actually, I just want to tune something up. So, yeah. I want something a little bit outside the norm. Because, I mean, let's be honest, if I showed up with an FIA event with this car, I mean, everybody and their damn brother would be, who the hell let Papaw on the track? Somebody call his nurse aide.
You'd be getting the same reaction that Burt Monroe got in the World's Fastest Indian when he set up to set his speed record.
But this car is set up, the Purple People Eater is set up to the point to where it's lighter than the Viper and more powerful than the Viper. God, that thing makes a pretty sound.
Yep, this McLaren sure as shit does.
Don't it?
Especially this one with the BMW engine. Sounds like a whippersnipper on steroids.
But the next time these cars are available, I'll probably buy another one, set it up, and repaint it. I mean, yeah, I know I can go into the library editor and change the paint color and all, but I've kind of gotten to the point now to where it's kind of like, no, I want this one pre-set up, pre-painted, pre-everything, and just pick it and go. I don't have to go into the...
You don't need to make a million changes to it just to get something unique the next time you race.
Yeah, so... But I'll probably go through and when these go back on sale on Legends, probably paint it the same color as Super B, because it is kind of... I do love that color, I really do. But yeah, that Viper's looking in his rearview mirror going, who the hell let Papa on the track? And of course, how the hell that Suzuki Swift is in third place right now is beyond me.
Ah, I had it again.
And that's when I went off into the dirt and the gravel, because I overshot it. But it's like I said, on Thursday when I do the track guide for this in the GT40, you'll see the stark difference. Because what I'll do is I'll kind of do what I was doing with this race as I'm driving it. I'll be like, okay, I'm stopping here, this is what I'm looking for. And then, yeah, almost drifted around that corner. That was almost impressive. But yeah, I think once Toon gets to a position where he wants to be, as it pertains to equipment for this game, I see him spending a lot of time tinkering because he likes to tinker. So, and yeah. At first, yeah, it's going to be frustrating. I've been frustrated. That's where I cut the hell out of that corner. Somehow didn't end up with a penalty. But again, just kind of overshot the corner, broke way too late. Got onto the gas way too early. Allowed that Suzuki to close up a little bit of time. and the Viper to get a little far away. I know, and I am. I feel dirty all over.
Suzuki keeping pace with a muscle car. I never thought of a Swift as Swift.
Not a muscle car, it's a pony car.
Yeah, it's not even a pony car. Oh, you're talking about the one you're driving, not the actual Swift.
So.
Okay, gotta go. I'll be back.
Huh. Gotta go, you'll be back. You gotta go, you'll be back.
He's gotta go. When you gotta go, you gotta go.
Gotta go.
But yeah. But yeah, just the fact that this simulator allows you to go through and kind of do silly stuff like this is just, yeah, kind of cool in my book. Noise in the background you're hearing is me getting a cup of coffee. Because with the way my apartment is laid out, it's an open concept, so... But yeah, whereas it looks tame on the track and on the straightaways, I mean, it's very, very simple because all four wheels are able to make proper contact. This car does try to kill you. So, but I guess that can be. So certain things that you definitely want to do whenever you're tuning a car, you are going to want to go into the GT shop, and you are going to want to put a front air dam in to help with downforce on the front. You are going to want to put a wing on because you're going to need downforce in the back. I put a wide body kit on this particular car just to give it a little bit wider stance to help with body roll. Went with the lower profile tire because of the tire flex. Because again, in 1970 they had really tall tires. Okay, low profile tires in 1970 were 70s. Now we've got low profile tires down to 35s. So whenever you're doing this type of stuff, with the older cars, you have to kind of keep that in mind, is the fact of to get rid of some of that body sway and some of that body bob, you're going to have to go through and do not just stuff to the suspension, but to the tires and to the...
RJ's upstairs learning how to commune with dolphins.
Alright.
Alrighty.
But you're also going to have to like widen the body and all of that good stuff. But that car does make a pretty sound. It really does. But yeah, I will get to the point with Super B that it becomes this Money Track's car. Now with that being said, for Sardinia, which is the other Money Track, and that's actually Cadal's preferred Money Track. It's the Sardinia track. It's a little bit less time to run that track, by about 10 minutes, because this is a 30-minute endurance race, but again, typically it's anywhere between 32 and 35. Cadal has ran Sardinia sub 25 minute with his car setup. So what I want to do is they've got the Charger RT 2015 Hellcat, not the RT, the SRT Hellcat 2015. I'm going to monkey around with that, and I'm going to run that car on that track for that money car money track, whatever. So because again, the top three single money payout races for career mode is in order: Nürburgring 60-minute endurance, which is an 800 pp or a group 3 race. You have this LeMans, which is a 30-minute endurance race, and with clean race bonus, $825,000 payout for about 35 minutes. The 1 hour endurance, realistically, you're probably looking at an hour 2 to hour 5, kind of like this is anywhere between 32 and 35. And then you've got Sardinia, and how much is that one, Cadal?
For what?
For his payout, is Cadal still here?
725, 727.
Okay, so and those are your top three money tracks. And again, you can either do the microtransactions, which again you can pay $20 of real money to get 2 million credits, or you can do this. Theoretically speaking, Cadal's money track has got an hourly payout if you do back-to-back races of 1.7 or 1.5 per hour. This is 1.6, and then the Nürburgring would be another 1.5 payout. So
Nürburgring? I didn't even think they had a payout for such a long track.
Yeah, the 1 hour endurance race, or not Nürburgring, I'm sorry, Spa. Not Nürburgring, I said that wrong. Spa is the 1 hour endurance race. I'm thinking of Forza, because Forza had a larger payout for Nürburgring.
Well, I don't understand. Nürburgring should have a fucking payout.
Oh, agreed, but they don't.
No, I know they don't, but they should.
But yeah, I'll get the Super B tuned up, but until I get the Super B tuned up, I've got the Challenger that I can run in. And then, it's like I said, I'm going to take the 2015 SRT Hellcat Charger, tune that up, and run that on Sardinia.
How are you liking your NSX?
It's alright. I haven't run it a whole bunch. I really haven't run it a whole bunch.
Did you start running it with the controller or with the wheel?
Controller. Well, I started all my cars with controller. I haven't bought anything new since I got the wheel.
Well, I didn't know how many times you had posted on the dailies this week before you got your wheel.
Oh no, that post was today.
On the wheel?
Yeah.
So there you go. That's a really good post.
Wheelie?
I've been waiting all week to use my wheelie jokes. Again.
Wheelie?
Wheelie, sir.
Wheelie.
Alright, so...
I like the McLaren better for the track.
Which McLaren? Your sponsored
group.
McLaren?
Yeah, the Group 3.
Or the $11 million McLaren that I drive?
No, the Group 3. Sponsored. And I think I can get the time down on it, I'm sure.
I don't know, like this. My time being 2 seconds slower than yours, a little under 2 seconds, I guess. And that's on the 4-wheel drive, go figure. Right?
Right.
Well, it's not a 4-wheel drive, it's a front rear, but it's supposed to be a 4-wheel drive, the WRX.
What's the matter of getting turn 2 down? It's such a slow turn.
I have turn 2 down, that's no problem. Turn 1 and 2 are the best turns.
Turn 2's my only problem.
Cranky, I forgot what I'm driving.
Crikey.
Something slow, apparently.
Apparently. What are you doing?
I have no idea.
Well, you should know what you're driving. Maybe I'll have to pop on the F1 one day and try it out on the wheel.
Oh yeah, I think I have to re-download it. I think you have to re-download it.
Well, mine's on my external, I think. Is it in P4? Or is it P5?
No, it's P5.
Is it?
Yeah.
So for everybody who tuned in for the live stream, thank you for tuning in for the live stream. I do appreciate it. Anybody who finds this after I terminate it, then thank you for tuning in after the fact. I love all you guys. I really and truly do. Miss you guys.
He does.
I do. Adawan and Kadal have heard me say it off air. So, next time I live stream will be Thursday. I'm not going to live stream tomorrow.
Bastard.
I'm not going to... Actually, I'm probably not going to do any money track at all tomorrow. I'm going to go do the Group 3 Red Bull competitive.
Here I am. I'm not doing any more money this week. I got my $11 million.
You got your $11 million. So, yeah, because I do still have to practice for Nations Cup. I still have to practice for Manufacturers Cup. Both of those races I will stream. So, streaming schedule this week will be Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Manufacturers, I've kind of moved up. I'm almost in the top 5 in the state of Florida for manufacturer. And then Nations, I actually kind of took a step backwards because, well, I didn't run last week's Nations Cup because I was busy money grinding on this track to get my Shelby Daytona race car, which was $20 million or 20 million credits. So, yeah, that was a wee bit. So... Tune, if you could let Kitten know, and I'll let her know as well, that I do greatly appreciate her popping in. That was that was awesome, seeing her come across in the chat. I was like, oh shit, okay. So, which, I mean, if she was still here, she would probably be loving this car for 2 reasons. One, she likes Challengers, and 2, her favorite color is purple. She probably wouldn't like the windshield banner, but that's okay. That's the one nice part about purple is every female in my life, favorite color, purple. So when I paint a car purple, I kill so many birds with 1 stone, it's not even funny.
What fucking car am I driving?
I thought you were driving your McLaren. You just spent $11 million on your McLaren.
Oh, no.
What car are you driving?
I had to actually change my screen to see. I am in the Peugeot.
Oh, you're in your Peugeot.
Not mine. I'm in the Group 3 one. I rented it. For
I thought you bought that already.
No, I have the Vision.
Oh, okay.
That one I drive on the money grinding track. That's a Vision.
Oh, okay.
That's above Group 1. Which amazes me that I was able to tune it down that far.
Okay, I will return.
There.
So it's turn 3 that fucks me up on this track.
Yeah, that's where I totally missed that breaking point. One nice part about it is this race I didn't have any body damage, so the Challenger stayed intact. No dents, no bumps, no bruises, no nothing.
No hurts the babies?
No hurts the babies.
Oh, that's a penalty. Too much money grinding now. I'm starting to get used to riding mid-engine cars. Well, first calculated, my outlap was 136.3. My next lap was 136.53. Which, hey, that's quite a bit slower than your guys' 130, but these are mid-engine cars, and I'm a guy who normally drives the four-wheel drive cars.
Right. So yeah, because as you jump in different classification of cars, the dynamics do change.
Quite a bit. And again, for me, with no assist, other than traction control. I'm proud of me.
As you should be. Yeah, the only assist I have on is anti-lock brakes. So, I've been that way since, well, yeah.
Since I told you to.
Yeah, because you were like, yeah, you'll be faster. But then again, that was also the same day that we had the conversation, which, I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, part of the reason why I've gotten as good as I am, and don't get me wrong, I'm not a great driver, but I would say I'm a good, solid, average, well, almost average driver, is because of Cadal, because we went through and he was playing Call of Duty, I was on Gran Turismo
Was I playing Call of Duty,
Sport.
or was I playing ESO?
I think you were on Call of Duty, because no, you're on ESO.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because as soon as I quit playing Call of Duty, you dropped it like a hot potato.
Like a bad habit.
And now I hurt the baby there. Anyway, but I had ran like 15 races, and you went through and you were like, dude, you haven't won a race yet? You need to like stop playing that game, because apparently that's not the game you should be playing. And I was like, bitch, please. So
yeah, but you got your thumb out your ass, didn't you?
So now, have I won a shit ton of races since then? Nope, absolutely not.
No, I've only won one.
I have won 5. I have won 2 in the Group 4 Dodge Viper. I have won 2 in the Group 3 Ford GT40, and I have won 1 in the Group 3 AMG Mercedes. So, which is part of the reason why I'm like, okay, when I pick my next manufacturer, because I'm not going to stay with BMW. Mainly because I don't understand those cars good enough to drive them, good enough to place well. But for whatever reason, put me in a Ford and a Dodge, and hey, I'm great.
Next car.
And this is where I went to the medium tires. Kind of did a little top off on fuel.
Tire trial, let's see. What are we looking at?
And then in which case, I had to go after the Viper again.
I really like the Group 2 Lexus, so let's give the Group 3 Lexus a try. I like the Group 2 Lexus so much that I went and bought one.
Ooh.
No, I'm not getting a penalty before I cross the start finish line. Really? Motherfucker, my tires are still on track. I don't like this car.
Yeah, that was my out lap. I missed the braking point. Fortunately, my last lap was actually a fairly pretty looking lap.
I don't understand how a car company can make a car so good as their Group 2 car, and then their Group 3 car be shit.
Mm-hmm.
The Lexus Group 2 car is fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I understand why nobody drives the Lexus Group 1 car. Or, sorry, Group 3 car. Oh, that sounds like Edwin's son talking to him on the phone.
Yep.
Okay, so Alexis can Lexus my nuts and go away. And I am going to take out what?
I have no idea what are you going to take.
BRZ? So we know what I can do with the BRZ.
Yeah, you do good with the BRZ.
Some days. I'm thinking the BRZ is going to struggle on the hill.
This is when I pushed. The nice part about it is when I pushed the way I did through this, I dropped 6 seconds off the lap. So, but that's the difference between trying to set a lap time in traffic and setting the lap time when essentially you've got the track to yourself. Because I think at this point, the Viper was like 25 seconds behind me. I was a little overzealous on the pedal there. Oh, Lordy.
Yeah, I figured I could do that.
Do what?
Cut 0.05 of a second off in my first corner.
Oh, good on you. So all in all, it's been good. Coming to the end of this lap. So yeah. Which I mean, really isn't a bad way to end the live stream. So watching the spectator view of the race that you just saw from the inside view. Complete with Gran Turismo 7 soundtrack. And I'm not just talking about the engine noise either. But that's also the one nice part about doing the live stream is the fact that if I do have a really good race on the live stream, then I don't have to save it in the game because, well, it's already saved on YouTube.
That is correct.
Alrighty. Again, thanks for everybody who tuned in. I do greatly appreciate it. I love you guys. I miss you guys. I'm going to end the live stream here because, well, what a better way to end it than with the victory! Victory!
Better than trying to end it on that 17th place finish.
So, yeah. And then on that note, y'all be good. And, yeah.